Is this rainbow giving you like different vibes than the other ones you've been to?
Definitely. I actually left earlier today. I wasn't even gonna stay.
You guys gonna come camping with us? Yes! Is money allowed here? Like, does anyone buy anything?
No.
That was bomb.
Nothing really I do anymore is monetization of money. But everyone's at their own different levels of where they're at. But for me, it's like if I'm putting my heart into something nowadays, it's for gifting or for for sharing.
Does this rainbow feel a lot different?
Very. Yeah, it feels very scattered and like...
He's been to like 30 gatherings.
Let's continue on and not worry about anything.
Will Liam.
I'm headed to go camping in the woods for 7 days with 10,000 hippies. I'm gonna pause this video for a second and just let you know that when I filmed this intro, I had no idea that I would actually be going to one of the smaller rainbow gatherings ever put on. This rainbow gathering was super unique and different than any other. You'll see why in this video. These gatherings have been happening since 1972 in various national forests all throughout the country. And this year in Northern California was one of the most unique gatherings. There was some drama that went down and stuff got real. Driving to Rainbow can be pretty interesting because the directions can be a little bit confusing. So when we were greeted by the guy that you're going to see in a second, it was a very welcome sight. We finally knew we were definitely on the right track.
Hey brother, thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We love you.
We love you too.
So what's our scene from here?
About 1.5 miles, they'll tell you where to go.
So they said everyone had to go and wouldn't let us in. Now we're here. I mean, we could have probably pushed it, but that just creates more, drama. I mean, right now we just want to have a peaceful gathering.
Welcome home and we love you are two things you'll hear a lot at the Rainbow Gathering.
I'm wondering if we can unload our stuff as far in as possible, or do we have to schlep it from
No, you can just you can unload it right where you park.
We love you too, Plunkster.
We're here, and this is a very unusual gathering, different than any other one for a few different reasons, but we're here. Is this rainbow giving you like different vibes than the other ones you've been to?
Definitely. I actually left earlier today. I wasn't even gonna stay. It's just, they kind of pushed us around and we kind of listened. And so, I don't know. It's a whole thing. There's a lot of rumors about natives not being welcoming. So I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't even go. And then I talked to old heads who said there's always these kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of just drama around it all. And now they got this site that's like scorched earth. And we can't have fires, so it's all dark. And we don't have any infrastructure. It's going to be like the first. So yeah, this is a weird.
It is weird. And we're all next to our cars.
All of it is just...
Normally, and this is what I thought, we would have to hike our stuff in for miles, like a 2 or 3 hour adventure to get to the campsite, have to go back to the car, get the rest of the stuff. But because there was a kerfuffle and some drama that went down with the previous spot where everything's kind of set up, like they set up the kitchen, started digging the infamous shitters. the places to go to the bathroom, let me tell you, this is an event, no porta potties, so it's self-sufficient, different than any other festival or gathering of its kind. But all that infrastructure that people built up at the previous spot, getting ready for everyone to come, it is all being abandoned, and we're at this fresh spot as of recently. So that's why it's so different this year than previous years. And it's like a car camping rainbow event. And this doesn't happen usually. So you're seeing an inside scoop of a gathering that has been going for multiple years, happening completely different this year than ever before.
2 years ago, 50th anniversary rainbow gathering. The load in was you park your car.
For starters, they tell you it's 2 miles, right?
Yeah.
It was maybe 5. I mean, it took us like,
I said 4.5.
it took us 2 hours every time.
Yeah.
And that was pushing a super heavy ass trailer because admittedly we're sort of fools and we brought every nice thing. Look around here. We brought all of this stuff to the rainbow gathering and probably even then some. Now that's your table, everything else is ours. Anyway, it was 7 loads in and 7 loads out.
Out, yes.
On
and
2 of those loads.
It was muddy
Yeah.
and rainy and slippery and steep. And
You had to go up a hill, and then when you're like, God, we're finally making it up the hill, then you hit the part with the rocks.
So Mama just discovered this really cool skylight. Does this rainbow feel a lot different?
Very. Yeah, it feels very scattered and like stronger in spirit than ever. Because I think they thought they were going to squash us down, and we just rose up like a phoenix out of the ashes and got stronger and came here to do what we were here to do. We just want to pray and sing and be together in the dirt with our friends and our family and sing songs of our heart songs and share love and food and heart songs.
This was our first night here, and we decided to do a little stroll all around the rainbow gathering.
Yeah.
That's a pooper.
Uh-huh.
Normally there's no camping by the cars.
All
But
of
what's
the
the point
kitchens
at that
are
point?
being required to stay on the main road.
So the other location that you were at was a lot different.
Yeah. was.
It felt like how
We had to
Rainbow
walk
like
away from the
usually
car.
is.
It was a short walk in, but it was a nice walk in. And it was kind of like decompressing from the car and leaving all of that behind and not seeing any cars, any people, any phones, things, you know, you just get away from all of it, and it's really a spiritual retreat for me, usually.
Yeah.
10 days without my phone, without contact with the real world.
Yeah.
So have you been to a lot of rainbow gatherings?
No, I've been to my 4th, and I haven't been to one in about 12 years.
Oh wow, that's
It's
a
been a
long
while.
time. Where was the last one you were at?
It was Tennessee,
Oh my God.
Cherokee National Forest.
I was at that one.
Yeah, that was really
That's
cool.
crazy. That's the last. I've only been to 3, and that was one of them.
Okay, well, my other 2 were Washington and Montana. Were you at those?
No, I was at New Mexico when I was 8
Okay.
years old. But that's wild because that Tennessee one was like so far out there. Were you coming from California or where are you from?
No, I'm from New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that Tennessee one, I don't know.
There was a lot of rain, yeah?
I was about to say, I ended up leaving like soaking wet.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah.
My whole like tent got wet and yeah, it was wild rainy there. Is that your cat? How cute. Does your triangle have any
I just
significance?
saw the brother. He was kind of triangle. He's like, and I was like triangle, and then he put a mark on my head with a triangle. And Ari.
Ari,
Yeah.
My brother.
it's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And when times can be hard on yourself, you know there's a family of love out there, other communities of people together, you know? It's kind of, that's the strength that
Yes.
brings everyone together.
Yeah.
That's the strength that just people wanting to be in the outdoors versus being inside their, 40-hour-a-week job and sitting there and making plans for their friends to go visit the outdoors on the weekends because their bodies are yearning for that. So it's just another tool.
Nighttime at Rainbow has its own special vibe. There's these people like running around saying wake up and like banging things. How about that wake up committee
Yeah, that happens on the 1st.
on the 1st
Yes.
of every year?
Yes. That's the whole triangle thing.
There's a lot of kind of it's just a moment in time when you can open up your mind and be free. Adolescent traditions from Peter Pan is how I would describe them.
Okay.
And that was one of them.
Aha.
And it's one of the many very family things about Rainbow, that it was actually designed around families. And a lot of the adolescent teenagers, they have the angst that they always do, and they developed a few traditions, and that's one of them.
Yeah, there's I guess some counseling with the Forest Service, and federal agencies that came to like a place where they actually decided share a place where we could go and they would be okay with it, And we don't sign paperwork. There's no leader. This is an unorganized organization, so good luck with that. But I know that we can still counsel and figure things out. They don't want people shitting all over the streets. They got to put us somewhere. And this is where we ended up making an agreement to be.
So
is a beautiful place.
Is this the first time that we've made an agreement like that?
Supposedly, it's a unique experience. I think it's happened before. There's been agreements made in a lot of different ways, but it's nothing that we've gone into legal arrangements with yet. And unless we're recognized as an organization, we don't have to think of deal with that.
6 up!
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you today?
Pretty good. You guys gonna come camping with us?
We sure would like to, but we got to work for a couple more days.
Okay.
Where are you from?
California.
Oh, okay.
Not too far.
Have you been to these before?
So if you hear that, people yell 6 up all throughout the woods if they see a law enforcement officer, an LEO. So when you're out here and you hear 6 up, like Hadley yelled, it means they're around. How long has Rainbow Gathering been going?
Dr. Richard Allen Miller, he I invited him to this gathering with us, and we stopped to see him, but he's too busy right now writing a number of books, and but he was telling us how he was involved with the beginning of the Rainbow back in 1970.
Did he say what the mission was, or what brought it about?
It kind of spawned from that movement of consciousness that in the
Janis
60s,
Joplin
Janis
gave him a
Joplin,
heart.
psychedelics,
to tell you the truth.
Woodstock,
Yeah, like,
and then people still wanted to gather in that movement.
He picked Janis
so
Joplin up off a plane, and she gave him a piece of his heart.
Yeah.
And that's where it all came from. So it's all about love, and from there, the family though, that original family. Do you remember the name?
I don't remember the name. I just know that there's a vibe to it, of consciousness. It's about consciousness and how we're embodying it, in our human experience. And
This thing.
On the front.
I was talking with this guy Flower last night. We were kind of on a walk, and he said that the spring's been tapped, so we can go get water. Hello there.
Hi.
You got some shade.
I found shade.
Yes. This is our wonderful tapped spring. Oh, this is filtered. So this one's drinking water. Yes.
So this is the unfiltered water, which is what we need, because this is going to be for showers and washing dishes and hands and feet. I just love our family here, the Rainbow Gathering people. We've got it wired.
Well, they went way up there and just kind of put a hose near the spring head where it's really clean water above where anyone's camping, so it's clean. And then 2,000 feet of hose run down here and through a double. Right now, there's not a big filter, it's just someone's personal filter. But we're going to expand this to go to another kitchen over there so everyone can have drinking water. And then what we don't drink and don't use, runs back into the riparian area here and continues to go on its way to the ocean, hopefully.
We have a gluten-free kitchen right over here in the woods where we're making egg napkins, which is just a corn tortilla with egg, and I think we have, some beans and other Mexican spices that we're cooking up for today at the Rainbow Gathering.
That sounds incredible.
Breakfast.
Does your camp have a name?
Casual Encounters.
Casual Encounters.
And it's all gluten-free, and we have breakfast every day, and we serve main circle. And you come, you can plug in if you want, there's always stuff to do in camp. Yeah, plug in means, come and help and be, get part of the scene and, have some fruit and clean water.
It's Flower. You told us where it was last night and we just filled up. How's it going?
It's going wonderful.
Good.
Look at what they built, a bridge out of mud and logs.
And right here, someone is cooling their milk.
And here we are walking across it so easily instead of having to maneuver the creek and possibly damaging it. So it's also environmental.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
So this is all kinds of food that we brought together, and people are bringing it here to the main supply so that we can share it out to everybody and we're going to cook big meals. So you don't just come get some for yourself, you come get something to add to a bigger meal. And I'm just helping sort it, and we're going to put it in a tent so it doesn't get too hot and get it organized so that people can just come here that have a kitchen and quickly find the things to put together for their whatever we're going to make today. And a lot of people like to call it a movie. So I'm hoping that up here, if I get this done, I'm going to do a carrot movie because it's going to be really simple. I was like, what can we make with carrots? But we're just going to make a big giant pot of cooked carrots.
Love it.
And then that could go with whatever.
So this is my cool blissware that I brought, and it's super compact, which is awesome. It has a lid, and then it pops out. And then I also have this really nifty little spoon, and it folds and it just fits in my bag, and it's super easy. And the concept behind Blissware is that there's lots of kitchens that get set up here at Rainbow, and you can walk around and go to different kitchens and eat delicious food. but it's also important to be hygienic as well as to be environmental. So this is wonderful because there's no plastic, it's reusable, you're using it the whole time that you're here, and then you're taking it home with you. You're not throwing it in the landfill or the garbage. If you have any compost, first you empty that out, and then there's 3 different bins: washing, sanitizing, and rinsing.
The blissware is also used at Main Circle, and Main Circle happens every day. It's also the center heartbeat location of the whole gathering. And the most important thing there is public assemblies when there need to be any. That's where we will go to do our silent peace meditation on the 4th for world peace. But every night they serve free dinner to everybody there, and that's where you need your blissware. Each kitchen shows up. There are 3 to 5 central-most people. Carry some of the biggest pots and pans you've ever seen in your life. I mean, I've done it. You need 3 to 4 people just to carry the pot. It weighs like 150 pounds. And they all bring them down to Main Circle. Like I say, it depends how many kitchens. It could be 10. But usually it rotates, so just a couple kitchens. And they go around each kitchen carrying their big pots. And everybody sits in the side in a peaceful, joyous dinner. And they hold up their blissware. And without ever touching it, for hygienic reasons, the servers will drop stuff in, liquid, soup, you name it.
And before it all happens, somebody says, everybody, 1, 2, 3, free food in the woods.
Yeah.
And the whole group yells that.
Yeah.
Free food in the woods.
And that's the final cue for everyone. And hippies come running literally out of the trees in all directions. And they're all carrying their blissware. They're going, ah!
We're heading to one of the kitchens called Lovin' Ovens.
Hello, welcome to Lovin' Ovens. We are building an oven that is going to be continued shaped with rocks, a chimney, propane heat because fire ban. And then in here, there's trays that's going to have bread rolls, cookies, pizza, sticky buns, and all those fun things. See, this is not how you want to lead this. You see how it's angled down? You set yourself up for really hard.
It's just continued love. That's all it is. Just putting people together who can show some love and can give some love back to these lands and show respects to the whole movement of it all.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're not alone. It's like it's an anonymous group of love, and I refer to a lot of, from my background, of just computer kind of crews. A lot of us. So.
This is my first rainbow.
And how's it been going so far?
It's been pretty good. Challenging at parts as we're kind of all figuring out everything and, moving campsites. But it's been good. Overall positive, I feel.
Because I know you're here with a more established camp. Do you think that's been really supportive for you?
Yeah, I definitely feel like going with people that know, kind of all about the infrastructure and just how things go. Because there are kind of little quirks and things that's good to remember. I think the saying's don't touch your thing to the thing. Or it's basically don't contaminate all the, water, food stuff. All those kind of things is good to know. And it's good to have somebody to help you through that. And then, yeah, I guess the crazy thing about this time is that just a lot of people rely on the infrastructure. So, that's getting fed, that's having water, clean water. So it is something that's sometimes good to be a bit prepared in some of those ways, but it is tough to know because sometimes I was talking to some friends that maybe the last gathering they went to or a couple times ago, they're all prepared for how cold it got or all the different things happening there, the bugs or whatever, and that's just completely different. So you can't always completely prepare for everything.
Walking in the Rainbow Woods can be quite a unique experience because where else is someone gonna come out and say, we're having coleslaw in the woods, come over and get some. Right now we're at Yes Mama Camp having coleslaw in the woods. So this is the man who built that dishwashing station right there. Thank you, Will.
Oh yeah, it's important for hygiene and convenience. Compost, wash, rinse, bleach. And then you change the buckets down. So when this water gets nasty, you pour it into the gray water pit, and then you pour that bucket into there, and then that bucket into there, and then you refill that with clean water and put bleach in it. So you're recycling your waters down constantly. And bleach, although it's kind of nasty, it's very, very effective and keeps people healthy. So that's where we are with that.
You know what's different too is like the bathroom situation. Like there's no porta potties.
Well, that would be because we'd be becoming part of the establishment more, and that's not really the intention. We're trying to disconnect for a bit and actually like connect with nature, you know, and it's that natural rhythms.
Is money allowed here? Like, does anyone buy anything?
No.
I think it's hugs.
Hugs?
It's just giving and sharing and then trading and just bartering.
You know, like
we have a
bring
nice
your things
barter.
to trade. Like I'm a sage man from my hometown of Santa Barbara. Nothing really I do anymore is monetization of money. But everyone's at their own different levels of where they're at. But for me, it's like if I'm putting my heart into something nowadays, it's for gifting or for sharing.
While we are in the middle of the woods at Rainbow Gathering, while there is no real electricity or Wi-Fi or entertainment on a screen of any kind, there is lots of entertainment still in the middle of these woods. Today we're headed to G-Funk and we're gonna watch a musical. And this musical is a rendition of a similar musical produced here at the Rainbow Gathering every year.
When the world has left you tired and you no longer feel inspired, just remember you can always go home. Birthplace of creation, sanctuary deep within. Deliver me back home to my truth.
Oh, got it. Got it. Perfect.
Good job, sir.
That was amazing.
I was happy to see you make it.
Hippie. Hippie's acronym is Happy Intelligent Person Pursuing Infinite Enlightenment. Or, from the 70s, Happy Intelligent Person Practicing Inner Environment. Either way you take it, hippie is a big part of today's culture. Those dirty hippies.
Nice campaign.
That was bomb.
The bomb diggity.
He's been to like 30 gatherings. This is a smaller one, yeah?
Yes, it really is a smaller one, absolutely. For sure. Only because the Forest Service cut our other site off, and we gladly moved to be here to help out.
And so a lot of people were like deterred, they went home, some people stayed at the other spot, so way less people, but still a good amount, and we're all getting fed.
Hey,
Instant
it's great
Aloha
music.
is the
Stop
name of
on
our
by.
place.
Yes, you guys always have great music. So here we've got the calendar of events for the week. Today is July 2nd, and I went to the 222 Rainbow the Musical. Tonight, it looks like we've got the dating game at G-Funk. That looks pretty fun. And there's also the stargazing party at Dark 50.
I'm feeling so carefree.
We're on day 4 here at the Rainbow Gathering, and I'm on a mission to find my hula hoop because I left it somewhere last night. Mission accomplished. I have located my hoop. Yes! This is Will, and he's absolutely incredible.
Will Liam. Will Liam.
Will Liam. And he can build anything and just does so much incredible work here at the Rainbow Gathering.
It's fun. Doing things for others in an important way. Just, you know, that's what fills the heart. That's why we have these gifts to share with each other. Some people are good at music, and some people are good at cooking and making things tidy, and some people are good at coming and cleaning up afterwards, and some people, you know, there's just, everybody's got a job. And at Rainbow, everybody gets to find their place in the community, and that's the joy of it all. Everybody gets to the opportunity to be themselves and to plug in and make it all happen together. To me, Trade Circle is all it's like show and tell, and it's just like, it's, you know, this mutual appreciation of things, and you know, they're like a medium in order to have a conversation to facilitate that bridge between strangers. So it's a way of interfacing, and you trade energy and trade stories around it and appreciation for things. Yeah. Go get some water.
Harmonious and free. In these words we believe. Harmonious, harmonious and free. Harmonious, harmonious and free. Harmonious, harmonious and free. The system's collapsing, structures can't hold. Why live in a world where they tell you play small? My spirit is massive, my soul knows the way. There's only one thing I gotta do each day.
And let's continue on and not worry about anything, because there's nothing to worry about here except to be grounded. You get yourself grounded here because you can feel the earth now taking over, because that's how it really should be.
The Rainbow Gathering is a completely free, ticketless gathering with no money exchange whatsoever except for this magic hat. And I think it's because sometimes supplies are needed and money is required, so people donate to the hat. Because of the fire ban, there was no drum circle fire, and it was such a welcome sight when someone set up a propane fire pit fire for the drum circle. One of the most incredible things about Rainbow is the drum circle that happens all night around a blazing fire. How was the meditation?
It was very meditative.
At the gathering, the 4th of July is a special day. It starts off with a morning of silence with no talking, and then everyone comes together at Main Circle where they do a prayer and a meditation for world peace. And then when that's over, it's a day of party and celebration. A highlight on my 4th of July were these delicious mangoes someone brought. So all the fruit that they brought is tree ripened that they pick themselves, all organic, and incredible varieties of mangoes, like really special. She said if you have like the top grade of something you really like, it's like the top grade of the mangoes. This is the most incredible mango I've had in such a long time that you're not really gonna find in stores and stuff, so they're just amazing. And I have a passion fruit. Just here for the experience, really, not looking for anything or not really needing anything, just enjoying, not desiring anything.
I've been trying to distinguish that N-word.
Oh,
Need.
really?
Yeah.
Needing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the word need.
So desire.
Desire, or whatever creative way you want to go about.
No, I like that. yeah, so I'm here. I'm not desiring anything. I'm just, I'm at this place where I just really want to enjoy every moment, like, as much as possible, even if it's challenging, you know, to still enjoy it somehow, if that makes sense. So whatever it is, whether it be rainbow or filing my taxes or whatever, just to try to be all right with it and just enjoy it, if possible. And it's not always, you know, it's a practice.
Yes, it is.
But I'm working on that.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
so I'm here doing that as well.
It's always easier to give in, and it's harder to actually stick to those happinesses of the disciplines of keeping it right.
That's what we're born to be. Harmonious and free. In these worlds we harmonious, harmonious and free.
I think my favorite thing about Rainbow this year was that it felt like it was a place where everyone belonged. I've heard it said that if you have a belly button and you want to be a rainbow, then you are a rainbow. It doesn't matter who you are, what your background is. If you're a homeless person, a millionaire, a billionaire, a mother, daughter, sister, brother, whoever you are welcome and you are part of the rainbow family. I also really enjoyed the freedom of expression where it just felt like people could be who they are and not worry about being judged. People felt accepted here. There's so many creative people and all different types of people, and I really enjoyed just talking to people, appreciating people, and recognizing the importance and the value of every single person there and what they brought to the experience. It didn't matter who they were or what they were doing. They were special, they were important, they belonged, and they made it what it was. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.